All right, so now that we've just talked about what an offer is going to look like, I'm going to go over with you what it's going to look like to go from offer to closing. So, first, there's going to be 8 steps. The first step is that we're obviously going to make an offer. Next step is once your offer, I'm going to negotiate the terms that will work mutually for you and the seller so that we can come to an agreement. Then your offer will get accepted, and we will move on to scheduling inspections and depositing your earnest money. And I will send you the information about how to do that as well. But then the loan process is also going to start at that time. So your lender's going to get a copy of the contract documents. I will take care of sending that over to them, so you don't have to worry about that. But they will reach out to you for additional documentation. So it's important to get those documents to them ASAP, as soon as they ask for them, because we don't want to delay closing at all. All right, any questions so far? Perfect. Now, then we're going to go ahead and talk about getting inspections scheduled. So inspections allow you to pick a qualified inspector to perform inspections on the home. They will typically cost about $400 to $600 depending on the type of home, size, etc., and what kind of inspections you want to do as well. Once we do inspections, we can take that information, and then if everything's good, then we'll just move forward. If there are some things that you want to negotiate on, such as repairs or closing costs or things like that, we can definitely cross that bridge. And then if there's something majorly wrong or you just don't want to move forward, we can have the option to cancel that contract. So after we're through inspections, we'll move on to the appraisal. So your lender's going to have the appraisal completed, which will determine the value of the home. And depending on where that value comes in at, we might have to do an additional negotiation if it comes in a little lower than what the contract price is. If it comes in any higher, then that's great. That's just equity that you get to keep. The price won't go up any more than what we're under contract for. Does all that make sense? And currently, most homes are appraising without issue, but sometimes values can come in lower than the contract price. So just wanted you to be aware of that. Most of the time, the seller will come down or meet in the middle, but very rarely will a seller ask you to make up the entire difference. But that can happen, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Then title company will start reviewing title documents, and then they will send those over to you to review as well. So once we're through inspections and past appraisal, you'll receive those documents ahead of time so that you have a chance to review them. Make sure there aren't any clerical errors or anything like that. Make sure your name's spelled right and everything. And then once you've reviewed those, then we'll get closing set up, which will happen at my office, where you'll review those same documents and sign them. Once that is complete, your lender's going to fund the transaction, and you will be able to take possession of your new home. Okay? Just as an FYI, I would plan on taking possession after 5 p.m. on the day of closing, since it does take time for the lender to fund and title to record and all of that. So on the closing date, that's what that's going to look like. So we're going to, review those documents. Obviously we'll be here for the closing appointment. You'll sign those documents. Then the funds will get processed. And then after everything is signed, the title company will take those documents, they'll record them with the county, and then we'll slap hands, high five, and congratulations, I'm going to give you the key to your new home. Does all of that sound good? Okay, great. All right. So the next thing I wanted to go over with you is our loyalty agreement. And this is just going over, explaining to you what I'm going to do for you throughout this entire process and what I would like from you in return. All right. Does that sound good? Okay, so this page is everything that I'm going to do for you. So I'm going to assist you on finding a house, as well as helping you find the best financing situation for you. I'm going to be emailing you those properties every single day, twice a day as they come on the market. So that will allow you to drive by at your convenience and see if you like the area, maybe before we schedule an appointment. I will arrange private showings for us to go see those properties for you on the ones that you are interested in. And that also includes for sale by owners as well. And then when you find the right property that you like, I will go over with you and discuss a strategy for an offer, a great offer to get accepted, and answer any questions that you have about the property as well. I'm going to provide all of that information to you up front so you know exactly how to make a well-informed decision about the home. I will present the offer on your behalf and negotiate it with the other side as well to come up with the best possible price and terms for you. And then I will guide you through the necessary steps to purchase, including appraisal, inspection, and all of those steps that we've talked about already so far. And then last but not least, I am always going to be available to answer any questions that you have. Okay. So any questions about that list? Perfect. Now, what I would like from you in return is you're going to seek a pre-approval. So you are going to make sure that before we start looking at properties that you're going to be pre-approved, and it would be great if it's with my preferred lender. You're going to notify me of any properties that you wish to go see when you do come across those, and that you'll let for sale by owners that you come across or home builders that you're working with me. That you're going to have a member of my team or myself, write the offer for you on your behalf. That you also acknowledge that I am a real estate agent. I am not an attorney, a tax professional. I wear one hat. So if you do have questions about specifics regarding those areas, I might just, refer you to someone who is a professional in those areas. And then last but not least, this agreement that we're going to sign today, it expires automatically after 90 days, but automatically renews every 30 days if, we both want to continue to work together. So does that make sense? Are those things fair? Great. Most people think so too. Last, I want to go over our promise with you. So our promise is that we know that you're going to be satisfied with our service. And if you aren't, we're going to make it right. Or we'll cancel this contract with you. So we stand behind our ability to find you the right home at the right price. So if at any point in time you decide this isn't working out, we'll definitely be able to address that at that time. But I want the opportunity to at least make it right. But I know that you're going to have a great experience because that's what everyone on my team strives for. And we are committed 100% to making sure that we deliver the dream of home ownership to you and your family. So, are there any other questions that you have for me today as we wrap up? Okay, well, just to let you know, I am just going to follow up with you after this. How would you prefer me to follow up with you? Do you prefer email, phone call, text message? Okay, well, once you're pre-approved, our next step is going to be starting to look at homes. So I can't wait to see what homes stand out to you and get to work with you and help you find your dream home.